It's night and day. Night and day are back again. Back in this weird reality distortion caused by Robert Ramsey's recklessness.
Juan.
And Juan.
Yeah.
Quan.
Is that... No, that's a J.
Guam.
Guam? Yeah. Oh, that looks just like Juan.
So,
Okay.
yeah. Robert Ramsey keeps diving deeper into the memories and glitches keep happening because at least our current theory is Grace is taking over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she seems to have a lot of power here. Oh, hello.
Follow the
Just
Howard.
follow the man in the house.
Follow the Howard. Follow the Howard.
I'm just waiting for like 18 enemies to be here.
Follow the Howard. I think we just passed the parts with 18 enemies. This is more of the freak out section.
Just freak out.
Remember, Dr. Ramsey, and focus on the memory you wish to explore. I cannot pull you out of this one alone. Focus and find a way back, Dr. Ramsey.
Damn.
Oh.
Yeah, once that happens, turn this shit off.
Oh yeah. Get out of here. You're like infinitely stuck in this world. So yeah, it's not worth it.
Mr. Black. Been a while. Last time we saw each other would have been... Let me see.
When I stole the corner gun.
Ah, yes. When you stole my corner gun for Robert Ramsey. Really, I should just have killed you on the spot. I'd feel so much better about everything.
I've seen this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Of
you didn't
course
see
you
the
did.
real version, crazy man.
Right.
You've seen
No,
all
I
of this.
don't
Why are
yet.
you commenting that now?
Exquisite. So flawless in the way you ruined me and my company. I wanted to even the playing field a little. Do something similar to Ramsey. And I racked my brains and I just couldn't think of who would be the best man for the job. Then it occurred to me.
Me? I'm Ramsey's head of security. Why would I work for you?
I don't understand. How can this be the truth?
Calm down. You haven't gotten to the controversial part yet.
I mean, yeah, you said it yourself. Like he's hiding something from you.
Every man has his price, Black. Especially you.
I'm paid well.
Yes, but not as well as you'd like to be. Not as well as you could be.
It's not about the money.
That old chestnut. Okay, fine. Then how about this? According to my sources, Ramsey has a surprisingly accurate record of your criminal history, far more so than the police. Seems to me he's got you over a bit of a barrel. Work for him or go to prison. The way I see it, Mr. Black. You're his bitch.
You sound jealous.
I never saw it like that. He was my employee.
That you were blackmailing?
Yeah. So why do you have all these criminal records on him?
And why
Yeah,
didn't you
please.
say that when you were in Black's memory while he was seeing it for the first time?
Right.
He might have actually appreciated hearing that.
Yeah. It seems like kind of a big deal that you would want everyone to know.
I envy no man, Black. If someone has something I want, I take it for myself.
That'd be tough now that you're broke.
So here's my offer, and I'll only make it once. You work for me, not Ramsey. I devise a plan to get Ramsey's Pandora device, and you carry it out. You name your price within reason, and if you're successful, I'll forget about the whole corner gun fiasco and we'll both be on our merry way. How does that sound?
If I refuse?
You're alive because you're useful, Black. Don't get any ideas.
No.
This never made any sense.
Excuse me.
I said no.
I'm not sure I've been clear enough here, Black.
Oh, you've been clear. But I refuse your offer,
Always
Howard.
pointing.
I'll not work for you. I'll never work for you. I'll not carry out this little plan of yours. I don't agree to any of it. I refuse.
Huh. Okay.
There was more. Clever boy, Black.
You've got to believe me.
Oh. Hello?
Oh, Puppet Master.
What?
I'm telling you, that's what happened. I promise. I'm not hiding anything.
Oh, he's trying to block us.
Yeah. Oh man, this took a turn.
It's been a while since we heard the puppet people.
Yeah.
Surprising. And very foolish.
However, I will allow you to work for me.
Go on.
I have a plan that I know will work. I have people in mind who I know will help. I don't want your money. I want your manpower and your resources. I'll be in charge, and I'll take down Ramsey from the inside. In return, I'll get you Ramsey's Pandora tech. You do exactly as I say, or there's no deal.
So what's...
So it was you. I trusted you, Black. I gave you work and paid you well. And this is how you repay me. After all we've been through together. Everything that happened to my family. To Grace. It was all because of you. My own employee. Well, you're not so imposing a figure now, are you, Mr. Black? Nothing but a vegetable in my basement. I could do whatever I want, and there would be nothing you could do about it. Well, fuck you, Black. Fuck you to hell. You were dead when you came in here, and there's no way I can let you go now. You were the architect of my downfall.
I mean...
Perhaps ending you is a mercy I will come to regret. I will find out in time. Goodbye, Cole Black.
Doctor,
You might
I'm
want
getting
to
some very strange readings.
make sure you're out of the
Extreme
system.
caution advised. You never focused
Yeah.
on what was
yeah.
important.
Grace?
This,
Grace, is that you?
this is great.
I understand now. I understand everything. I know you're there. I know you're watching.
You had it all backwards.
I know. My child, I know I did. Grace, can you hear me?
You had a family that loved you.
Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me.
How could you get it so wrong?
Grace, shit.
Oh. Huh. So...
Yeah, definitely
this
good to
is-
make sure you're not still connected to the system before
Yeah.
you destroy everything.
And there is no going back. Huh.
Oh, there's something on the monitor.
Grace, if you can hear me, I'm going to show you some things, okay? I'm going to show you how all this came to be. Your mother was right. This was all my fault, and I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Let me help you understand.
I don't...
I get it now. This is all because of you.
Grace, please.
You let us all down. You put your creation before your family. You let me down.
I know. I was a fool.
What is the thing that you're showing her?
Yeah. I mean...
A picture of you in chairs? That's not helping her
he's
understand.
he's just showing her that he's so
Please,
mad about it or sad.
give me a chance to explain.
I needed a dad. Where were you?
Let me show you.
I was having an affair with Rose and we videotaped our sex scene. So, here, let me show you.
This is what I was doing in the meantime. Some insane stuff, so close your eyes.
See, Grace, now you understand.
Let me show you.
He's probably just sitting in an empty room or something.
Here are your 3 baby brothers that I had with Rose.
Oh my god. Is this oh wow, he's in the same thing as his daughter once was.
Oh, I thought you just jumped off that cliff there.
I wouldn't be surprised. Robert seems a bit
You're familiar
upset.
with this man by now, my love. He protected everything I'd worked to build. Did all the dirty work for me. But I made a terrible mistake.
You made like 20 over the
Yeah.
course of the game so
It's
far.
like, I mean, all of this was definitely your fault. But
I know this will upset you, and I'm sorry. But your mother and I, we just grew apart.
not so much.
Rose understood what I was trying to accomplish with the Pandora in a way that nobody else could.
What the hell?
And
you
I
know
did
she
love
was
her.
playing you.
But I never stopped loving you, Grace.
He's really obsessed. It's really unhealthy.
I thought we could finish up a little early today. Go and grab a meal at that new Thai place. Let off a little steam. What do you think?
If this is going to work out between us, you need to understand that Lenore and Grace will always be part of my life. That's just something you need to accept.
You either commit to something, or you end up with nothing.
I couldn't commit to Rose because I didn't want to abandon my family. And I couldn't commit to my family because I was too consumed by my work. And Rose was right. I ended up with nothing.
I can't live like this any longer. With every day that passes, another little bit of me dies. I know you're too blind to see it, but you did this to her. I can't bear the sight of you, and I refuse to be your wife.
I couldn't commit to her. Couldn't give her the love she deserved. But I refused to let her go.
Uh-oh. So I pushed her off of this weird meteor in this graveyard.
This weird meteor.
That's what she was standing on.
And as for you, Grace, my darling daughter, I loved you so much. Adult brains I understand, but this is just incessant, incoherent gambling.
Love you so much.
What on earth am I
You're
doing?
an idiot.
I just didn't understand what it meant to be a father. All right, you, come here. Although I have no idea what you're saying, and I can say with a reasonable degree of certainty that you have no idea what I'm saying either. I got it wrong, Grace.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry. Your mother once said I used you as an excuse to work. I don't know if she was right. But I know I wanted you to be cared for, and I know I wanted you. I wanted you to have a father you could be proud of. I'm sorry. I failed.
The kind of father that would blow you up with a bomb. The kind of father every girl can be proud of.
Yeah, that would have an affair and then destroy the rest of his family.
Okay, Grace. It's time to finish the session. You've seen everything.
Just give me a moment.
We're Grace.
Yeah. Oh, is that Robert Ramsey? Yeah, that is Robert Ramsey. So, maybe he tried to save us. So
There we go. Now we're getting into
That's
some better
that's
twists.
so cool, man.
Wait, so what can we do from here?
So we can either continue the simulation or we can shut it down.
And Rose is still alive?
Yeah, I guess so.
Man.
Yeah, that sucks. I think we continue.
If those are the only two choices, yeah, we can't get up and look around.
Oh, we're in a wheelchair.
Oh, okay. So she survived.
Yeah, but Ramsey didn't. So it seems. So yeah, those are our only two choices. Huh.
Alright, so I guess we go back in.
Yeah.
I don't understand. He was trying to communicate with me. You said he was dead.
He is. All you're seeing is remnants of his consciousness. Created by the Pandora reacting to the artificial stimulants flooding his system. It's complicated.
I need to see what happened to him. Send me back in.
Grace, it's not a nice thing for anyone to watch, let alone his daughter. Are you absolutely sure about this?
He's my father. I want to know.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of want to know.
Why would we shut down?
Yeah.
Who chooses that option?
I need to know.
Okay, done.
It's like, yeah, I don't need any more of this. I've seen enough.
Why are we even playing this game? Just turn it all off.
Yeah. It's all for nothing.
Howard, Ramsey. Just relax, okay? There's no need for the gun.
Dad.
Oh. So.
Oh, okay, so he confronted Roger Howard.
Ah.
You are responsible. Put the gun down. Responsible. Let's have a sensible, grown-up conversation.
Oh. So, with Black out of the picture, I guess he went straight to Howard.
He was just trying to get...
Approached my staff, my employees, and you turned them against me.
I think we both know that's not true.
You took my daughter away from me.
I did no such
My
thing.
family.
Son of a bitch.
My wife.
Robert, you need to sit down.
Okay, Robert, stop blaming everybody. Like, yeah, Howard had a major role, but you took your own damn family away. Why do you constantly forget about the affair?
Yeah, like, there's so much things that were definitely, like, directly his fault. But he's just like, no,
Let me get you a
you
drink.
did all this.
Responsible. Someone needs to pay for this.
You've upset a lot of people, Robert. I'm not the only one with a score to settle.
So, you admit it.
I admit you stole my invention.
You admit it.
My life's work.
Responsible.
Claimed by a thief as his own.
You did this.
So yes, add me to the list of people you royally fucked off over the years, Ramsey. But I accept no responsibility for a mess you created.
That's
Dad,
definitely.
don't do it. Dad, please don't do it.
Why does Grace suddenly love him so much? Like, the stuff that he showed her was not like he was Father of the Year.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
he still admitted to having the affair. Oh no, I couldn't
loved
commit to
her.
Rose, and
Yeah.
I couldn't commit to your mother. Like, yeah, those are bad things. You screwed up your marriage. You had an affair.
You
You stayed at work too much. You put that before your family. Like,
Yeah.
like,
You-
why would that be his last-ditch effort to make Grace understand?
Like, yeah, he wanted, like, he set up to have things stolen from major corporations, and he...
No.
You did this. And I think you already know that's true.
Yeah.
Responsible. I didn't. Responsible. It wasn't me.
It's okay.
It wasn't me.
Just give me the gun. And let's put all this behind us. Okay?
Responsible.
You gonna do it?
Seriously?
No, Dad, no.
You're an idiot
He's-
too?
Oh, wow.
Like, you're on a quest for revenge and then you get talked out of it? I mean, it's your
Oh,
fault,
wow.
but it's still Roger Howard played a role.
Dad,
Someone
please don't do it.
needs to pay.
No.
Oh, there
Whoa.
it is.
Dad, no.
Grace, calm down.
Yeah, he definitely just... Oh, is he gonna try and kill himself?
No, please, Dad, put it down.
Yep.
Dad,
Grace, he's in a hospital bed next to you.
He did it. He definitely did it.
Dad! Please. Dad!
Yeah, I mean, there's no stopping it, so I don't know what the whole point of yelling about it
So,
is.
that's it. For all I know, the Pandora is just simulating my consciousness. I still don't fully understand it even now. But I left it all to you, Grace. I learned from Howard's mistakes. I own the patent, and measures are in place to ensure they can't just replicate it. It needs to be in the hands of someone like you. Someone pure. I love you, my darling. And I'm sorry.
Grace, you knew he was hurt. He's 2 feet away from you.
In a hospital bed, you've seen it all. You know what reality is. Oh, I can't control her wheelchair.
Grace?
Oh,
Grace, my love.
what?
Are you okay?
Oh, Lenore's okay too.
The technology has no adverse effects that we know of. She'll be
I
absent.
wasn't talking to you.
Oh.
Grace.
I'm fine, Mum. I'm thinking.
Grace, listen to me. I've done everything you asked. All we need is for you to sign a few papers, and we can continue where you're...
Sweetie, you don't have to make this decision now. You're exhausted. Let's just head home, okay?
Grace, talk to me. All you need to do is sign, and we'll transfer the money within
You're a
24...
piece of work, you know that.
Lenore, This is between me and Grace. This isn't anything to
How
do with you.
fucking dare you! I'm in a room with my crippled daughter, my dead husband, and my dead husband's whore! This is everything to do with me!
No, this is business. And from what I heard, your dead husband very nearly left you for that whore.
You...
Shut up! Shut up, both of you! Mum, I've got this. You put me in this wheelchair. You do realize that, don't you? Well, without you, my parents are still together and my father is still alive.
Grace, what are you saying? Are you telling me she's responsible for all
Grace,
this?
I don't know what you saw.
You want her to sign those papers? You want her to allow you to work with Robert's technology? Then you don't fucking grace her. To you, she is Miss Ramsey, and you don't speak unless you're spoken to first. Am I making myself clear?
Yes. Perfectly clear.
Perfectly clear.
Miss Ramsey.
How many functional headsets do we have?
Fully functional. Only one, Miss Ramsey, your father's.
This one?
That's right. No. No! No, Grace!
And now you have none.
Do you have any idea what you've just done?
This ends today. My father was a misguided man who didn't understand what he was dealing with, and I certainly can't trust you to do the right thing.
Going to regret that.
No, I won't. Nobody should be obsessing over things they can't change, shutting themselves off from the present. Memories belong in the past, and my father deserves to be dead.
You're playing a very dangerous game, Grace.
Threats? Oh, how very original of you, Rose. Well, what are you gonna do? Kidnap me again? Strap another bomb to me? There is nothing you can threaten me with that's worse than what I've already been through. So fuck the headset, and especially fuck you. Let's go home, Mum.
Of course.
You haven't heard the last of this, Grace.
It's Miss Ramsey, and yeah, I have.
Wait!
Oh, man.
Come back! Let's discuss this!
No, there's nothing more to talk about.
Grace!
Goodbye, Rose. Goodbye, Dad.
Good job, Grace.
Yeah. Nice.
So Robert Ramsey wasn't even a vegetable. He's dead. They were just making his brain jump through memories and hula hoops.
Like basically just keeping parts of his brain alive to access memory, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
With the chemicals they pump through his system.
Right.
That's
yeah.
nuts.
That's insane.
Pretty cool.
So Grace was in a simulation of Robert Ramsey, who was in a simulation of Coal Black.
Yeah.
Wow. It's like some weird 3 layers deep stuff.
Yeah, so definitely a cool game. I like the mind-bending aspects they were going for, but I still would have liked it if they did it differently. If Grace had been blown to hell, and then she had been kept alive in some crazy vegetative state with like tubes and the bare minimum of human parts, basically like Cyborg from DC Comics, except without the magical mother box technology to rebuild a new body around him.
Right.
Just barely hanging on in just this sad, pathetic state, unable to move or function, and her brain was interacting with the technology that Robert Ramsey invented. That would have been awesome to me.
Yeah.
Like as a better twist. I mean, this was a better twist than what we were dealing with originally.
Yeah, definitely.
But I would have liked that layer as the extra depth. Or again, if we went back to the whole original story where if Robert Ramsey and Coal Black were the same person, and he just, his mind invented Coal Black as a...
as basically like a way to cope with it?
Yeah, as a way to relieve the blame from himself.
Right. They could have also taken it in the route where you're Coal Black, like in the beginning of the game, but take it all the way to the end where you're trying to figure out what happened, going through all these different things, and then you finally figured out in the end that you're the cause of all the problems, that you set up Grace and like you just didn't save her in time or something like that, and she's dead because of you. But that becomes your punishment. You are still under Red's control, but he is basically holding you in this infinite loop of like constantly being guilty of it. And as soon as you figure it out, he like sends you back to the beginning, and you have to figure it out all over again. Which is, if you figure it out like this time, he says, okay, like this is maybe the 1000th time that you figured it out. So now you get to go back again and live in that guilt all over again, like infinitely. That would be like an ultimate punishment.
Yeah, that would be so awesome. That would be a much better way to have the psychological and the memory manipulation equipment used in a way that's unexpected. Yeah, that would be amazing. So Coal Black was responsible the whole time, but his memory got damaged in the bomb and the explosion. So he has to re-piece it together, and maybe he's trying to hide it still that he was involved, but eventually they piece it all together while you're going through it. There isn't a Robert Ramsey section, you're just going through it with Cole Black, and at the very end he's like, oh fine, I admit it really was me.
Right.
And then Robert Ramsey's like, yes, I know. This is the 4,782nd time that you've admitted this.
Yeah.
And this has been your punishment. And they do the reveal where they show him in the iron lung where he's being kept alive.
Right. Yeah.
You're going to keep admitting it for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
and then it loops you right back to the beginning of the game.
That would be so awesome. And you could just play the first level all over again, like as you would in the very beginning, or something like that. Or depending on your actions earlier in the game, Cole Black makes it harder and harder, like hides things more and more, but it just in turn makes the game harder and harder, like as a punishment directly to what you do. I feel like, yeah, there could be a lot of different ways to take it. And then obviously when you find out in the beginning, it basically wipes everything from Cole Black's memory and you start all from the beginning again. Like it'd be the same exact first level, just to show you like this is an infinite loop that he's been living in for like possibly a decade or so.
Yeah, he's trapped in an eternal nightmare for what he did, for the role he played in orchestrating Grace's death.
Right.
In that case, there wouldn't be a Grace reveal at the end. Yeah, that would have been amazing. I mean, there's so much potential they had for what they could do with reality warping and memory altering equipment.
Oh yeah, definitely. They had, I mean, this is basically like a bottomless pool that they could go from. It's limited only by your creativity. So I think there's countless number of ways they could have made this like a really, really cool reveal. Well, overall, this is a pretty cool game. It was definitely different. Never really played a game like this before, so a cool, like, I guess, kind of mind bender, kind of thriller of a game. But
yeah, except for this song, this was a pretty cool game.
Yeah, this comes full circle to the whole, like, the only detriment to this game.
Somebody's very proud of this song.
Oh my goodness! Whoever, like. Please tell us what the name of the song is and where it comes from.
We'll probably see it if we see the whole credits. But wow, it's bad. So I wonder what happens if you go back into any parts of the game. Early on, Grace said, "Oh, I know the code is 3001 or something like that." If it's possible to like enter in that code real fast as soon as you get to the bomb and it doesn't explode, and all the memories are confused, like, what? What? Oh, everything's fine. This is great. Wait, this doesn't feel right. And they get all freaked out. The developers put in this super secret happy ending.
Oh, that would be awesome.
They're all friends and hugging, and Cole Black goes over to Grace's birthday party and they're all dancing around or something crazy like that.
That's the whole animations. You just walk in a room, credits roll, and then they're just dancing in the background.
It's the only animation in the game, too, because other than that, everybody was just like a still image.
Right, yeah.
Oh, is this going back into an interface we can control things from? We're back at Robert Ramsey again now.
Right, yeah. That would be, I guess this is like continuation of... Oh. Okay. So you can return to his basement, or you can go back to the main menu, I guess, to play as Cole and get the rest of Cole Black's memories.
Right, because and then get extra guns unlocked in that.
Right.
It seems like the armory system was a little too restrictive. Like, they should have given you certain guns. Maybe some levels you wait till 100%, but other levels they should have done 75 or something, because we unlocked nothing.
Right, yeah. You have to 100% everything in order to get your whole arsenal unlocked, which seems a bit excessive.
Yeah, like the weaker guns at least they should have had.
Right.
Or else you're never gonna, unless you go back to every level as soon as you complete it and never move forward, you're never gonna see the other guns. But I mean, some people probably prefer playing like that, but we were more interested in seeing the story.
Right, yeah. I was definitely more interested in seeing what would happen, because every twist you make, it kind of pushes the story in a different direction. So yeah, it was like a teaser around every corner, but it was cool. I like the story overall. I think, like you said, it could have been done a little bit more twisted, more mind-bendy, because you could see where a lot of paths were going, but at the end, I guess they have one big reveal with the whole Grace thing and all that.
Yeah, I mean, the Grace reveal was cool, but there was the potential for so much more with what they were doing with alternate memories and reality distortion when you're wearing the thing, heightened emotions being able to screw things up,
Yeah.
killing people, conflict being able to screw things up. Anything that can alter reality lets you have the option for really incredibly cool plot twists.
Right, yeah.
So I would have liked them to explore that more. And like the standard story, it was kind of basic. Okay, it's basically a murder mystery. Who kidnapped
Right.
Grace and why?
Yeah.
And it was Cole Black who was basically involved. He orchestrated the plan.
Right.
It turned out to be him, and that's why he had a larger role, and you don't really discover it as you're playing as him. But his character isn't, like, none of it's that complicated. It's just a money for money kind of scenario here.
Right, yeah.
These two corporations are fighting. That was the heart of the actual game.
Right, yeah.
It's more realistic, but it's also more, it's just too straightforward. It's kind of mundane for something where they had the potential to do something a lot more creative.
So much. Yeah, I definitely, could definitely agree with that.
There's games that do crazy psychological stuff, to me, much better. Like Amnesia, the first Amnesia had great psychological plot twists as you discover what's been going on with the plot as you move forward and what your character's role is and everything that happened in this ancient castle. For plot twists, there's so much potential out there with reality distortion.
Yeah, this is definitely a cool like introduction to the genre, I'd say, because I never played much like mindbender games like that, but I do like the whole concept of it. So it was a cool concept, but yeah, I could definitely see where you could improve that a lot.
Yeah, Soma's another game that has really cool, strange. You have to try and figure out what's going on, and as your perspective changes throughout, as you learn more psychologically disturbing things about what's going on with the story. But I mean, yeah, this one was good. It just wasn't. It didn't mess with you too much psychologically as much as.
Right. Yeah.
It's basically a detective story.
Yeah. Yeah.
With the one big psychological, or not necessarily even psychological, but the one big plot twist at the end.
Right. Yeah. Just
who's
with
the detective?
the
Who's
big
learning
reveal.
things?
Right. Yeah.
And they left this open potentially for a sequel since Rose is alive and
Yeah.
she's a conniving slut bitch from hell.
Oh man, that was a very perfectly fit description. Oh man. I mean, I would have called the police on her a long time ago.
Yeah, that would have been more satisfying of an ending.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I don't like. I wouldn't want to see her just be like, okay, fine, I'll talk to you about it later or something. It's like, no, throw her in jail forever for the rest of her life.
Yeah, it's so weird that Robert Ramsey stayed attached to her throughout the entire thing. Like, after she was revealed to be someone who was just manipulating you, why would you still be like, oh, Rose, Rose,
why
we
would
can
you
make
do
it
this?
work.
Yeah, I'll forget it all, baby. Just come back to me.
Like, come on.
Oh man, that was fantastic. I like the layering concept and everything that they have going on with that. It was pretty cool. I didn't expect Robert Ramsey to be completely brain dead after all this. Yeah, expecting more of Grace is still alive but barely hanging on because a bomb did just go off like strapped to her. So I don't know how she's still alive.
Yeah, she lost her legs, but the bomb wasn't strapped to her legs.
Right, it was strapped to her chest, which would kill you instantly. So that I don't understand how she made it through all that.
Yeah, they said Jasper was bad at explosives, but I would still think he'd have to be bad in a very specific way for the bomb to strap to her chest to blow up and blow off of her legs.
But then would be able to be enough to basically kill Cole Black.
Right, but it was interesting because Cole Black's memory was still reacting to Grace, even though that memory was older and it had existed before Grace had interacted with it at all.
And Cole Black within the memories was interacting with it. So, like, Robert Ramsey's Cole Black was the one that was actually interacting with that.
Right. Robert's memories of Cole Black or whatever.
Yeah,
his experience is going through that.
Right, and that was changing due to Grace now coming into the picture.
Right.
Of the synaptic bleed. So.
Yeah, so one thing I really liked about the game was how in the Cole Black section, the horror elements were really awesome. Like, going through the asylum was pretty creepy, genuinely creepy a lot of times.
Oh, definitely. You had to like lurk around corners and you weren't sure. The whole puppet master concept and everything like that really keeps you on the edge all the time. Because you got crowbar wielding psychos everywhere. You got to deal with just weird chants and markings all over everything. It was definitely like a thriller, a really good one at that, I'd say.
Yeah, and then the puppet master, came back to have the double entendre later because Coal Black was the puppet master of all the lunatics in the asylum, since he had actually created them from his own psyche or any memories that he had randomly. According to Robert Ramsey, that's how it works. He set up the asylum setting, and then Coal Black populated it with anything that he had ever heard of that could have been freaky and interpreted in a strange way. So all the inmates were like, he's the puppet master. And then later, you find out he was the puppet master of the kidnapping, and he set up the whole thing, and he was even pulling Roger Howard's strings.
Right, yeah. That's really cool. As I liked the idea of Robert Ramsey creating this environment, and then Coal Black just basically filled in all the gaps with everything that he thought. So it's like subliminally he's just creating his own worst enemies with like all these psycho people just trying to kill him, and it basically going against what he wants to do with his memory. So yeah, I thought that was really cool aspect of the game.
Yeah, and the asylum was great. There were a lot of interesting twisted parts that supposedly came from Coal Black, so I guess he was a twisted guy. With like the wheelchair tower was pretty freaky.
Oh yeah.
The Mad Hatter guy was cool, and then I don't know, we freed one guy from a cage, and then they all acted like we freed the puppet master, and then it was party time. It's the party, and that guy was chanting the party song, so it still seemed like the other character was the puppet master for a while.
Yeah.
But that was cool, and it was freaky. It was like, oh no, this guy's gonna really screw things up next time we get back to the asylum.
Right, like it made us wary to go back to the asylum because we weren't sure if we'd have to fight this guy and how hard he would be. Or like how terrifying it would be to come across this guy, because he's revered as one of the craziest people that you can find. He basically runs the asylum, but of course it's Coal Black after all of it, which I thought was awesome. Really good touch. Yeah, and all the mannequins set up that way too. Oh yeah.
His own psyche made him the puppet master, because he knew that he was responsible for things, and then he was like, oh no, so there's a puppet master in the asylum who's a really big, dangerous guy, and he's setting all these things up in weird, twisted ways. That's how his psyche took it and ran with it.
Right, yeah. I thought it was really cool. You guys could let us know what you thought about it, and if you guys have played it, maybe you guys have even 100%ed all of it. You could let us know what you think, and how you like the gameplay, if there was anything that you guys would have liked to see. And you could let us know what other games in this genre you want us to play. If there's something way more intense or something way more mind-bendy we could check out.
Yeah, if you guys have any suggestions on games that did psychological twists or horrors or thrillers or anything just mysterious that does it better than this, let us know some of your favorites.
Yeah.
Because we definitely like to go down the mind-bending, crazy experiences.
Yeah, definitely. I think that'd be really cool. Down to check it out.
So yeah, it's exciting.
Alright. Thanks for watching our Get Even gameplay, and you can check out some of our other games. We kept like a huge catalog of everything, so just let us know what you guys think.
Yeah, if you hate games like this and want us to go back to some of the other genres that we played, let us know that too. Anything you're interested in, let us know, and we'll definitely consider playing whatever you want.
Indeed. Just give us a shout in the comment section. Alright, I think, that's about it for Get Even, so we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Have a wonderful day, everyone! We'll see you guys next time!
Bye!